Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Go. 120!
Check 45 to Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
What's your son?
Check Mike 45.
Wentz now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink, or the double doink, heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints.
Two jet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
We own them.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
58's to Mike. 50.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Wentz. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Go. 180!
Watch the boot.
What's your son?
45 to Mike. Record.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Man out.
Kill.
Throwing is Wentz. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
That's good.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
To throw, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They run with Howard. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go. Back. 280!
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
57.
45 is the mark.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 6 yards. Hey, watch
first and 10. It's Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go. Henry. 51. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tie that left, tie that left. Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Set, ready. Get the flag. Set. Oh, you got deep. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready up.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 17-yard line.
17 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
D-line, get that quarterback.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on. 51.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
Now it's Taylor. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Red 5-2, out here.
45, Mike. 45.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega Whiteside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Come on. Who that?
Wentz now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now this throw caught left side. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
It's a gain of 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. 45 to Mike.
Running with Howard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Here's Wentz to throw. Catch is made by Arcega Whiteside. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Done.
58, right over there.
On 1st down, Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Wentz going to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Bears 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, it's Taylor. And Robinson with a big catch. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
A gain of 15. First down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Bears.
Taylor will lead up the offense 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. To throw is Taylor. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Taylor will lead up the offense 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. From the gun, Taylor, and that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wentz. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Come on, fellas.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Pirine. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go. AT Gator. I'm coming after you.
Taylor now to throw on third down. The catch made by Miller. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Taylor. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Operating from the gun. Taylor. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Deron Payne. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Aaron Lynch able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Taylor. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Taylor now operating from the gun, and that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Lou.
Check.
Listen.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Space to maneuver at the 40. Ortez at left side as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Backpack. Waiting.
Here I come. Here I come. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Wentz now on first down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Hey, check mic 45. Check mic.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Oh, yeah, pump. 45. 45. Mike, 45.
Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Shoot, shoot.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Now Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it'll bring up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Taylor now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
Check 45 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
What's this on?
Now on 2nd and 16. Wentz hurts over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
81.
Mike, check, 59. Switch. Mike's 59. Hey, I'm coming. Check three.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Go. 280.
Here we go. What's tight? What's tight? Tight is right.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
I got 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and short. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch the screen.
To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already.
58's the Mike.
Watch the slip.
Now Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Check 50. Check 50. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Great 15. Great 15.
Wentz going to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On the ready. 51, Mike 51. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go. Henry. Cut.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Baby, let's
At
go.
their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 ends.
Throwing is Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Empty.
Switch. Sponge. No.
Man 5-7.
To throw is Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
Wentz now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Waiting.
right there. You better bring it.
On first down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going. 58, boys. 58. It's Mike. Let's go. He's checking.
One final try now for Wentz. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.